Hey guys, it's Monday, September 6, 2010, and happy Labor Day to those of you that don't have to work, and to everyone else. Anyway, let's move on to our first story. Why was there no Sub Saturday video? And that is because it's very hard to find good people on YouTube. And I was getting my certification for scuba diving all weekend, so I never really got a chance. But anyway, so in some interesting space news, NASA is developing a $180 million spacecraft. What is the purpose of this spacecraft, you may ask? Well, person who talks to YouTube videos, NASA is equipping it with a solar wind detector and a beautiful 3D camera that they plan to shoot into the sun. I believe this is to measure the amount of awesome it is for the guy that was like, hey, let's make a $180 million rocket and shoot it into the sun. Oh, by the way, it has a 3D camera like the ones from Avatar. And something that's space related and kind of interesting is all the while NASA is making a $180 million rocket. Did I mention how much it costs? Denmark is making a $63,000 rocket that they will shoot into space. $63,000. They were having some issues again, but even if this thing turned out to be $200,000, they would be the fourth country to go into space at the fraction of a price. Something I think that's awesome, especially since no interesting news comes out of Denmark other than clogs, hot chicks, and now this. So in super happy fun time military news over in Iraq where we pulled out our troops, yeah, right, okay, sure we did. A video was released about 4 months ago from Sergeant Lee Dunson. Now that name might sound familiar because it was one of those awkward military guys trying to be a rapper videos that went to the web and went viral because it was so bad. But Sergeant Leo Dunson is in this video that he filmed himself terrorizing the locals by planting a grenade in the trunk of some dude's car while he wasn't looking, and then threatening with a machine gun, asking him, what the fuck's with the grenade in your trunk? And then he thinks he's gonna die or go to jail forever, and everyone laughs. And then they're like, you got punked. And then he goes home to live his life where he will most likely die in a suicide car bomb attack thing. That's what they do there, right? Now, Sergeant Leo Dunson, I appreciate everything you've done during your duty to protect American lives. But second to that, go fuck yourself, you stupid little bitch. When you do stuff like this, it looks bad on the entire armed forces protecting us. I understand people have to do stuff to stay sane, but terrorizing an innocent man in a terrifying country is a bad thing. Now, what's even weirder is there is a show separate to this that is approved by Iraqi police forces where they pull over celebrities and plant fake bombs in their car, and they pretty much do the same thing, except at the end of the day, there is still a celebrity going home to live their happy life. And that just boggles my mind, because I thought, you know, our reality shows were crazy. This is like a whole new level. Main point being, Sergeant Leo Dunson is a cunt-tastic douchebag of the day. Fun fact, Sergeant Dunson has a MySpace page where you can buy his music. Cunt! So in an update to the girl who was throwing those puppies into the river story, if you haven't already heard over the weekend, thanks to internet sources that shall not be named, the girl throwing the puppies was found by police, specifically Bosnian police, and her punishment was a fine of like $6,400 or $7,200, which kind of pissed me off. All that, she gets a fine. But then there was this silver lining. A Bosnian woman by the name of Grandma Rose Palovic found and saved 5 of the 6 puppies. Yeah, I mean, what are the odds of that? She picked them up out of the Vrbas River? Vrbas River. And she's been taking care of them, and they're healthy and now available for adoption, which is awesome. Makes me happy. But really, we should build a catapult and launch her into the ocean. I feel like that's the only fair thing to do. But a happier ending to a really fucked up story. And a thank you to all of you that helped spread the story and ultimately helped find this girl. The power of the web. It's a beautiful thing sometimes. In interesting money news, President Obama is set to call for a $50 billion spending bill. The money is planned to be used for the next 6 years to build roads, anything really, just a reason to employ people and build stuff. Which, if you remember, is what many people consider got us out of the Great Depression. Other people would say no. Me, all I know is I love juice. But this, of course, goes with the mindset that if you employ people and they build stuff, then you're paying those people, and people will use or go to the thing you just built, whether it's a monument or a road with tolls, and money gets a moving. But yeah, apparently this has been a plan that Obama has wanted to do for a while, rebuilding 15,000 miles of road, 4,000 of track, a bridge back home to Kenya. Haha! Oh hey, I see what you did, Republican Bill, with the teleprompter that I don't have. Anyway, something interesting and a little expensive. But will it work in the long run? I guess we'll see. Or die. Anyways, moving on. Let's see, stories that don't matter. Pam Anderson could star with you in a Nokia movie shot on a smartphone if you enter the contest. Because that's where Pamela Anderson's career is for some reason. Which is weird if you think about it. I mean, anyone that's seen that video and like how much can fit in her mouth, how she doesn't have a career in porn or hot dog eating or I don't know, something that involves giant things going into your mouth is beyond me. Then of course the other story that doesn't matter is in Montgomery they started putting calories next to the food that your kids are eating, which may be helpful for the one kid that did not not realize that cardboard, disgusting pizza is bad for them. I mean, this change doesn't mean Fat Eddie's gonna be like, what do you mean mac and cheese mixed with Snickers is bad for me? Had I known this, I wouldn't be this fat. Shut up, fatty. I say that as a fellow fatty. I know that bad food is bad, but hey, maybe it'll help. White House correspondent for Mediaite.com tweeted while he was having a heart attack, which I would usually bash. I mean, come on, at one point you have to stop sharing, but then I would say, well, I make 8 videos a week, and that's just on the channels that are just me, so can't really say anything there. But that, of course, does take us to the Nation is Sexy / Awesome segment. And we have 2 people today. First off, David Yarian, who sent a picture from the top of Quandary Peak, Colorado, 14,265 feet, holding the flag of the nation. You are awesome, David. And then, of course, we need a little sexy, and that is why we have Lenny, which is what she calls herself. I like her full name, Lanaya. I don't know why, though. The reason being is Lanaya did not know that Philip DeFranco shirts existed, and so she made her own with an inside reference, which is awesome. And also, she made me an internet sandwich, so double awesome. So thank you for sending those in. And of course, if you want to be in the segment, The Nation is Sexy / Awesome, send a picture or video being sexy or awesome with something SXy Phil Philly D DeFranco Nation-ish in the picture, and send it to thenationissexy@gmail.com. But of course, I do want to leave you with a Monday question of the day. Do you think it makes sense for NASA to do things like send a $180 million rocket into the sun? Do you think it's beneficial for science and thus justified, or a big waste? So just something to think about. But guys, of course, that is everything that mattered to me today. If you want to check out any of the stories or even extra stuff that I didn't include, which I try to do every day now, click on those links in the description below, which includes my new behind-the-scenes personal vlog from today. And as always, my name is Philip DeFranco, and well, you've been filled in. I can't think of anything funny to say after this. Maybe you should go watch my other shit, douche. Oh, and I'll see you tomorrow. At your house. Not really, though. I don't know where to stop.